think we're ready to kick things off now. So thanks again, everyone, for joining us today. My name is Dan Sykes, and I work on the marketing team here at Enterpryze. Presenting alongside me is James Keappock, who is a member of the Enterpryze Customer Enablement team and our product expert. So today, James will be giving a short demonstration on the tools that have been developed and will be shortly released for Enterpryze. But before I pass it over to James, I just want to go over some of the housekeeping rules that we like to follow on our webinars. Firstly, to avoid any background noise or distractions, we like to keep everyone on mute throughout the presentation. However, you will notice some tools on the control panel and the option to chat with us in the questions tab. We don't expect any issues, but if you would like to get in touch with us during the presentation, that's the best way. Also, we are recording today's presentation, so we'll be sending it out to you afterwards if you want to review it again, and please feel free to share this with any of your colleagues as well. And finally, you can also get in touch with us via email at support@enterpryze.com or sales@enterpryze.com, where we have a team of experts that are ready to answer any questions that you guys have. Okay, I think we're ready for James's presentation now. So James, if you're ready, I'll pass it on to you.
Thanks very much, Dan. Thank you everybody for joining us today, and you're very welcome to this is what is the 1st of September edition of what will be a regularly monthly run webinar on what's new in Enterprise. So just to summarize what I want to cover today. There's 3 areas. So I want to cover what's recently released, some recently released new enhancements and features that we have had and released into the live platform since we last had this session last month. I will give a sneak peek release view of the next release that's coming very soon. There's some very exciting developments there, so I'll be showing what's within that. And finally, just to summarize, maybe how taking a longer view, what's coming into Enterprise over the next few months and into Q4 before the end of 2017. So I would like to start with the recently released new enhancements and features. Okay, I'll break that down. We'll look at a couple of the highlights of what's been added to some of the mobile apps, and then we'll have a look. There's been some very nice features added into the web app as well, and we'll have more of a look into those as well. So one of the new enhancements in Service app, which has been developed upon and enhanced over the last couple of months, we have now added in UDFs into the Service app, but more importantly, we have added in the write back to those UDFs. So in the Service app, as the service technician, depending on the business process you may have or your customer may have in their business, UDFs may be very, very important for the service technician to update and to feed back into the SAP Business One database and the Enterprise platform. So here we have that ability there for the service technician to update that detail on those UDFs. So we have, in Enterprise, we support up to the mapping of up to 20 user-defined fields from the service call at the header level to the Enterprise platform. So those UDFs are both visible on the web application of Enterprise and also for that service technician on the mobile app. The next one I'd like to show you is around what we call our mashable concept. So as you know, we have a suite of mobile apps in the Enterprise offering, and they're very role specific. So for example, we have pipeline and sell for a mobile sales user, we have delivery for a van driver type of user, we have service for that service technician, and we have expenses, so all employees could submit their regularly incurred expenses. So they may be having a business meeting or whatever it may be, but they can submit that through on the expenses mobile app. As they're role specific, what we're working on now is tying them together in some ways. So as we know, on a pipeline opportunity, for example, we would like to see the quotes information there. We'd like to create a quote from within the opportunity as well. So this is our mashable concept. So we have implemented that on the pipeline app linked with the Sell app for quote creation or order creation. So we can see here I have a quote created against the opportunity. Once I click on that, it opens up the Sell app for me immediately. So very useful as a mobile sales rep on the road. That my apps are tied together there, and all the links are in place for the back office to see in SAP as one also. So that's our Mashable concept. We'll be rolling out a lot more of those kind of links between the apps over the next coming months. One particularly interesting one will be very relevant for a service technician type of user who wants to account for parts used on the job. They'll be able to click a button and they'll be able to be brought into a create delivery screen, and of course to account for those parts they use, that link will be there on the service call back in the service app. So that's our Mashable concept there. Now I'd like to show you some of the enhancements that have been made to the web application in Enterpryze as well. In the service area again, we have some nice new additions. So for example, in an overall service call, of course, we may have sub-activities to that service call, so maybe a list of the tasks that it takes to complete that overall job. We've just added in some nice little note feature here, so you don't actually have to drill down into further screens. You can have a quick look up on the icon there. So we're going to be adding in those kind of features that makes the user's experience of our web application a lot more seamless and intuitive. Another addition to the service area of the web app, which I think is very useful for a service desk type of operation that's using the service area of the web application, is the addition of queues. And also you can see here we have a timer against those queues. So again, very useful to know how long since a call has been logged against a particular queue for a service desk, how long that has been lying in that queue for. Okay, so you can see 0.95 hours there. So again, that will enhance the ability of a service desk to be able to coordinate and schedule out those calls to their mobile technicians on the road. That is service. Another addition we have is a stock lookup. So this is essentially an inventory lookup screen. Okay, and this would be useful for all kinds of users, all kinds of employees at a particular site. Essentially just giving that ability to look up by warehouse, by price list also, what is in stock, what's on hand, and what's available to create an order from and to create a delivery for. So that's the stock. Now, a very useful feature, and pretty excited about it here, is now the ability in the finance module of the Enterpryze web application is the new billing tab. And what the billing tab allows your back office to do, or your finance team to do, is take those, have a view of those updates, those quotes, orders or deliveries that have been posted from your teams out on the road via the mobile apps, and now to be able to copy a sales delivery to a sales invoice. So that's creating the sales invoice in the SAP Business One database straight away, and it's also visible obviously in the Enterpryze web application immediately as well under the invoices section. So if you were to look at a particular business partner, you could then see the list of their invoices, and it would be created. It's created in real time. So there's some of the main enhancements and new features in the most recent release. So all of that is available in the live environment now for you to use. So have a look at those. Now, a sneak peek of what's coming next. This is something we have a release of a very exciting aspect of our platform now. Is we're looking at, we were thinking here in the headquarters to create a view for the customer's customer, right? What we've created for that is customer one, and how that works is as a an enterprise web app user yourself for your own organization, what you'll be able to do is, for your own list of customers, you can drill down into the detail of them and the contact people against your customer, and you can create a self-service account. Okay, so we have some created here, and it's simply just a matter of clicking that button. That individual then receives an email to join Enterprise, the Customer One web app, and they just define their own password and log in. When they can log in, what they're able to see in the first release of Customer One is a list of the service calls. They'll be able to create a new service call, and they'll also be able to see a list of their quotes, sales orders, and invoices. So again, it's giving your customer that ability to have a transparent view of, most importantly, what they owe on their account in their invoices list, and so it's clear to everybody and transparent between yourself and your customers where the state of play is. So that's Customer One, very exciting. That's coming very soon within the next couple of weeks. So watch out for the Enterprise website, and watch out for another webinar aimed at that particularly. So that's what we have coming very soon. Just looking a bit further into Q4 and into the rest of the year, you know, I guess this graph that I'm showing now kind of shows you, you know, our enterprise platform in its entirety. We have Enterprise for SAP. We also have an enterprise solution for a micro business. We have it for a small business. We have the new Customer One area, which I've just shown you, and also some of the integrations. So we call it the omni-channel for enterprise. Essentially, that's the integrations we're going to be working on. Again, we're thinking of what could be the most exciting and new integration we could go for. And what we've looked at for as a priority integration, and this is I'm just showing you now from our test development environment. So it's early stages, but we are working on integrating with Shopify. So essentially, it's giving yourself or your customers the ability to start retailing their products essentially from their SAP database via the enterprise platform into Shopify, and have those two integrated so you can account for the orders created on the Shopify platform back into your SAP database. So what you see here is just the Shopify setup screen where, you know, you would have a Shopify account set up, and it'd merely be a matter of connecting via the API keys and the unique passwords you have for your organization. What it will look like, I'll just give you a very kind of introductory look of what the Shopify orders screen that we have at the moment. Essentially, those orders would come in through Shopify, and in the web app, you'd have the ability to approve those orders, essentially then posting them into SAP Business One as full sales orders in SAP Business One. So I think you'll agree there's lots of exciting stuff recently released. We're very excited about Customer One coming out in the next couple of weeks. I believe that will offer a huge benefit to your own customers. And also we have some of those further integrations coming further into Q4, like the Shopify one again. So exciting times at Enterprise here, and that's what we have for this month. We'll have a lot more next month as well. So that's the demo for today. Over to you, Dan.
Okay, thanks, James. So for anyone interested in finding out more about the new tools and features that James talked about today, one thing you can do is make sure you're subscribed to our Enterprise newsletter. It's really easy. You can go to enterprise.com and there should be a pop-up that you can see. Just enter your email address and you're good to go. You can also register for our other upcoming webinars by visiting enterprise.com/events. You'll see an updated agenda there, and you can register right from there. As I mentioned earlier, we are recording this webinar and we'll be sending it out to everyone. So if you'd like to see more webinars that we've previously recorded, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you enable notifications. So whenever we do post a new video, you'll receive a notification and can view it very quickly. Lastly, if you have any questions, please email us at support@enterpryze.com or sales@enterpryze.com, and our team would be happy to help. I think that wraps it up. So thanks again, James, for your presentation, and thanks everyone for joining us today. We hope to see you on the next webinar. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and bye for now.